Hey, hi, this is Prabhu, and welcome to the video. In this video, I'll be sharing my thoughts and insights and everything that I did to make my first ever map for this game, Insurgency Sandstorm. I picked up this game some months ago, and I really liked playing it because it wasn't too arcadey like typical games I used to play. It was a little different for me, and it wasn't too realistic like a simulator game. It was a perfect balance of a game, and I really liked playing it. It was a fun game. So for many years, I wanted to create a CS:GO map, but I never really did so. On September this year, New World Interactive, the folks behind Insurgency Sandstorm, they hosted this mapping competition. It's basically they give you everything, the all the modular asset files, and you just have to make a layout and make use of those assets, or like you can even use your own assets and bring it to the game. So I decided to give it a try, as I wanted to make a map before but never really did so. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And so yeah, the Project 9. So I apologize if you guys hear any crow sounds in the background. I can't really do anything about it, like this particularly. So yeah, I'll quickly explain my workflow process that I'll be following throughout the video about making this map. So I began my research, and to make any map for any game, really, you have to follow these three major steps involved. The first one being the blockout phase, and then comes your game mechanics phase, and then comes the environment design phase. So I'll just explain these things shortly. There are still several other things that goes around within these major three important topics, and according to my project and according to my requirement of making these things, these are the things that goes inside each of these topics. The ideation phase, it all depends on the purpose we are trying to serve, right? So the purpose it sources from the contest rules. So what are these contest rules? So they demand a map which can be playable using their default rule set under the 5 different game modes they have already in the game. So one of them being domination. The domination game mode is what I chose to go through, and it's all about 16 good guys versus 16 bad guys. They fight against each other, trying to acquire 3 objectives within the map. The longer the team holds an objective, the more points they get, and the first team to get a number of points wins the match. So it's a very easy, straightforward task, and I think my map can fit that objective. And not to mention, there are several other things that I have to go through. The first one being the 5 GB upload limit of the map. I have no idea how the 5 GB limit relates to the environment designing aspect. I still have to go through that, but that's just a topic for another day. The deadline for me to publish this map is on January of next year, so I should be really focusing on doing something which is actually manageable by me. So I settled on making a compact map. And hey, just a little matter of disclaimer here. Having played the game for a while now, I see that the official maps are quite big. The scale which I'm trying to achieve is very small, and I don't think it's anywhere relevant to the world of Insurgency Sandstorm. But I do definitely think that it would be fun to have a map at this scale, because it might bring the fast-paced action as you would see in CSGO or COD games. And I think this is gonna be like a deathmatch game mode, but with objectives to catch and hold. So yeah, let's see how it goes, and let's proceed to the layout I planned. So one of the main reasons I wanted to take part in this contest is because of the fact that this game is based out of Unreal Engine. I'm learning Unreal Engine right now, and I think it would be a great plus to have this map designing thing over on my portfolio. I'm really excited for this. I don't have any expectations or whatsoever regarding the final look of this project. I'm just experimenting here, so let's see how it goes. So as you can see, I worked out on this layout here. It's a very simple layout. These three colors represents three different objective sites in the map, like objective A, objective B, and objective C. So yeah, these objectives are like equidistant from each other. Like I'm planning to have the CT spawn over here and the T spawn over here. So these CTs and Ts, they have one objective to capture very quickly during the start of the match, but they have to walk a little further to try and capture this side over here. But eventually when a player dies, he's gonna respawn at a random place in a map, so it's not gonna be like overpowered as in the start of the match. So I think it's gonna play out well. Oh yeah, we have an update on the turn phase here. So before we go any further, I just want to quickly clarify that I'm recording this video as of this date and time right here. As you can see, I made this design some 10 days ago, but I'm just recording it right now because I didn't really previously plan on making any video or such. So yeah, regarding this objective site over here, this is the objective site A, and it's gonna be situated at the top floor over here. It can be accessed through the stairwell right here from the basement, or through the side over here from the mid portion of the map, and it also has the entrance and exit from the back side of the building over here, and it can also be accessed from the side of the building over here from the top or the bottom floor. So it has it is open to attack and defend from all the different sides literally, and it's gonna be a risky play over here, trying to capture or hold this objective. So let's see how it's gonna turn out during the gameplay section of the map. After working for like 5 days on the layout section of the map again for the other two sites, you know what I came with? You guys are you guys ready to see this thing? Okay, we're just gonna pan down and I'm gonna do the big reveal right now, like in 3, 2, 1, and ta 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 ta. See, it looks like a thing now. It looks like a map. Like I was really excited when I created this thing. Like this is the initial objective site that we planned. So this is the mid section of the map, and this is the another objective. I think I'm gonna call this the objective B site. So objective B site, it's gonna be located at the ground floor section of the map, and you have several different choke points inside the objective itself. You can attack in different aiming at different choke points, and you know, this is the objective C section of the map. It's just the goods, it's just the freight here. Consider this as the truck which is being parked ready to unload stuffs, and these are just the containers that are randomly positioned. These are again the containers, just freight over here. You can use this as a cover while holding the objective. Also, you can take a very risky path here, traveling to the bridge section of the map over here. I just have to breathe for a while now, you know. Like, I did it. I don't know what you guys think, but after I did this, I felt like I accomplished a very big thing that I haven't done before. I don't know. I really don't know. I just did it, you know. Also, I have this first person character template here, which you can add by going through this thing, add new button, and add feature or content pack, and by selecting this first person template. So this would allow us to do this. Like, we are now actually playing the map. And like and subscribe. Thanks. So yeah, if we go ahead and press F11 full screen mode, this is how my map actually feels from the first person perspective. And going into the B side, like if you have played CSGO, you have probably played aim maps. So this thing kind of gives me those aim map vibes, but really in a tight space. You can go through here, you can use this prop as a cover to engage at different angles, and seamlessly you can come outside of the side through this top floor, and you're already at the mid. And so this place particularly, yeah, let me get a better view. So this place particularly, it's gonna be the hotspot of the game, because you know, if you could reach this position and get over here, you can almost see every part of the map from here. Like you can almost see everyone literally, and it also puts you in a position where everyone can see you too. So it's like a high risk and high reward. It's like you have a tremendous position at like firing at anyone, but also it makes you very vulnerable if you choose to do so. So moving on, and then we have the structure over here. It's just how we choose to transition from one side to the other. And the one thing that I can say for sure is that the map definitely lacks a lot of cover right now. Like almost every position seems very vulnerable. You don't have any cover whatsoever while defending or trying to capture the objective. For example, if you're standing over here, you can be killed by many different angles. So on the next phase, which is the blockout phase, which is still the blockout phase, I will be trying to incorporate more cover, especially on the bridges over here. You can where you can easily get killed. I'll try to put some walls over here. Maybe you can crouch walk to hide yourself a little bit. Maybe things like that. And surely you won't be able to like do jumps like this, like from one platform to other very easily. I will be making sure that it will be blocked by walls, maybe fences, or trails. You shouldn't be really able to walk on floors like this, like things like this you shouldn't be able to do, like walking on the walls. So yeah, this is the this is how the blockout looks for now. So moving on to the next phase, will be more fine-tuning these things by adding covers, walls, and just optimizing several important angles in this map. Yeah, let me tell you quickly on how I came up with the size proportion setup for this map, because it is one of the most important and strict things that you have to follow while making any map for any game. So going through the basics very quickly, you see this number over here which says snap sizes. So this is the how do I explain? This is measured in Unreal units, so 1, 5, and this is all 1 Unreal unit, 5 Unreal units. So let me explain. If you go to the any orthographic view, you see these little boxes, which is the grid, obviously. So if you select one, we're gonna have several subgrids. So if you count, there are many individual tiny boxes here. So this tiny box, each side measures up to 1 Unreal unit because you have selected one over here. So also there's also this indicator. Do you see this bar over here which says 10 centimeter? So this exactly measures 10 centimeter in your viewport. And so if you want to change this to 10, See, you see how it changes. You just have one cell of grid right now, and it measures 10 centimeter. So if you just keep increasing the numbers, like say 50, each side is now just 50 Unreal units. So this is how you measure inside of Unreal. And let me pull up this guide. So these are the dimensions that Insurgency uses. So let's take for example the standing height, which says 180 Unreal units. So how do we measure this thing? So you can create just a cube and go to orthographic view and use the grid to measure things, but the easiest way to do is go to this geometry tab. Now these are all the BSP measures that you can use. So I'm just going to quickly drag a box over here. Now if you go to the properties tab, so these are the measurements. I'm not sure these are the Unreal units, but just to be clear, if you select this from over here, oh yeah, these are the Unreal units. So I think, yeah, Z is the height. So right now it's 2 Unreal units in height, and 200 in width, 200 in length, and everything. So it says 180, right? So if you just put 180 over here, so this is the height of the character that if you would export this map, this would be the height of the character which would appear in the game. So this is how you measure things. And just a quick side note here, if you could import, let me quickly search for a thing. So Unreal Engine has this default 3D character. If you just drag and drop it over the viewport, you can see the character height almost matches with the cube right over here, which measures to 180 Unreal units. And hey, just a quick editor note here, like I was explaining that stuff and I didn't really notice that the cube did not touch the surface like this. So now the height of the cube is almost like perfectly as the same height as our 3D character. I think this is the real life reference that you can follow. Like in almost every projects, you can just import the character model from the default template, and you can use this as a reference with regards to scaling and stuff. So yeah, that's just a quick little thing which I followed while deciding the proportions for the map. So, and I just thought I will share it with you. If it helps, it helps. And going back to the mapping guide which we have here, we also have other dimensions. So based on these dimensions, I prepared a template, proportion template. Let me just load that thing quickly. Yeah, here it is. So this is the map template which I prepared based on the dimensions given here. So if you go to the prone box, it measures up to 50 Unreal units in height, as mentioned here. So these are just the BSP measures which I created, and these are just the text which I put on top of them for easy identification. So let me explain this thing very quickly. Like vault, this vault box, it measures in 135 Unreal units in height. So if you're gonna have a mesh in your map and you're gonna use that mesh as a cover for the player, and you want the player to vault on top of that mesh, you should be having this height under 135, because if you're gonna have a dimension for say 140 Unreal units in height, then the player won't be able to vault on top of that particular mesh because of the game mechanics. So you strictly have to follow these things, follow these proportions as mentioned in this guide, and we're just gonna use these things towards the next step in our blocking phase. So I'm just gonna quickly group them together. Just group them and just select the whole thing, Control C, and go to the main map here. Yeah, of course, save everything. And I'm just gonna place on the outside, so okay. I just copied the folder, so let me just quickly redo that thing. So select the group actor, copy, and go to the blockout map, go over here, paste it, and yeah, it also came along with the folder. So we just want to make sure that it attaches to the thing. By the way, you can use the end key, like you can press the end on keyboard and it will snap to the ground automatically. It's really helpful. I don't know why the guy is floating though. Let me quickly correct that thing. Press end. Dude, come on. Why are you Jesus? You can't be Jesus now. I don't know why he's not snapping to the ground. We'll just do it manually. So yeah, that should do it. And once again, just copy everything. And is this thing? Where is this thing? Okay, that's a different thing. We'll just group this thing together, and we have this. So now we will be using this proportion template to create covers and optimize many objects throughout this map. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Yay! Hey, welcome back. And after having worked for some time now, I came up with this version of the blockout map. As you can see, I added rails on almost every staircases and the bridges, obviously. Now I came up with this structure, and I also added several windows across many structures, as you can see here. So yeah, now it feels like a properly completed blockout phase, except for a fact that the B side actually lacks roofs. So for now, we'll go ahead and test this map in game. We'll incorporate the game mechanics and everything, and after the testing phase, we'll move ahead with putting roofs on the structures. And the main reason I'm not putting the roofs right now, because if I put the roof on top of the B side here, it's gonna block all the light which is actually present right now inside this map. So it's gonna turn everything really dark, and we don't need that for the testing phase. So once we are ready with everything, we'll put on the roofs and then work on lighting. We'll incorporate lights and everything, and then we'll build the lighting accordingly. So yeah, this is the thing which I worked on right now. And I also reproportioned these props here. Previously it was quite big, but now it feels appropriate to comparatively appropriate to the first person perspective right here. See, it's appropriate. And I added many structures which is actually vaultable. So yeah, this is the thing. So yeah, this is the thing which I came up with right now. As you can see, I have deployed many covers here and there. Now it just reduces the possibility of you getting killed without even seeing it coming. Like if you want to still engage, you can pretty much engage almost every angle from any part of the map, because we still have windows on almost every major structure. Like you can still aim at things. Oh yeah. Yeah, this exists. It's really fun. I can just do this all day, So taking a look at the A site over here, as you can see, there are more covers now. Like you can just sit over here and hold the objective, or capture the objective. And I still left this wide part of the site pretty open. I might even deploy more covers and just move to having windows. I think I'm not sure. I'm not really sure though. I still have to test out the gameplay. I feel that this gateway is very narrow. Yeah, I can't really pass through this thing. Yeah, I have to fix several things over here. I also made this door wide open previously than before. So yeah, let's just move on to the game mechanics phase. Moving on to the game mechanics, I'm gonna really fast forward the video on showing you guys how I'm implementing these game mechanics. So I'm following this guide which I'm gonna link in the video description. So starting by implementing 16 player spawn actors. It's a 16 versus 16 game mode. So after we have implemented 16 spawn points for one team, we are gonna move to this team. We are gonna move to the second team where we implement other 16 spawn actors, and after which we are gonna need several different spawn actors in spread across the entire map. These are the spawn points where the players actually spawn when they die. So it's gonna be very random. The game will automatically choose the spawn point where there are less enemies near that particular area. So it's always a good idea to give the map a lot of spawn points, and I gave it a lot. By lot I mean 150 spawn points. So I carefully place these things in areas which are not really quite open. What do I mean? I place these actors, I place these spawn actors in places where there are actually cover. You can't really get killed from the back, which is the main thing that you need while deciding a spawn point. So I put these things in corners, near the boxes, behind the doors and such. So I think it's gonna be really balanced and less frustrating from dying before even you see anything. So after we have implemented the spawn actors, we now move on to designing the capture zone. As you see on the B side, I am incorporating this box kind of thing. Now this is the box where the player should actually be in to capture that area. So this is the objective B. So this box determines that capture area. So similarly, we do the same at the C side here. We are gonna have this box, and the player should be inside this box to capture or defend the C side. So we implement the same in the A side, and it's the same technique. The box, you should be in the box and you capture that side. So that is it. I guess I pretty much implemented everything what the guide said, and this is where the sadness happens. So when I loaded the map again, now of course everything is set here, almost everything is set here, and when I went ahead and hit the play button, this is what happened. It crashed. Now I was surely expecting that it would crash, but it doesn't really do anything. Like every time I hit the play button, it just crashed. So I don't know how I'm gonna fix this thing. Hopefully I'll have other alternative ways to test out this map in game. There's also a way you can upload this map to mod.io and download it in the game through the mod browser. So I haven't tried that yet. We'll definitely try that thing, and we just have one more minor update which is not really relevant to the video. As you can see, there's a timer running on the on this thing here, and in 5 seconds and in 3 seconds, and yeah, it's my birthday, so happy birthday to me. It has been really a great year, unlike every other people who just blame 2020 for being 2020. So lockdown didn't really bother me at all. In fact, it really helped me. If there's one wish that I'm looking forward to like achieve, I really want to have a career in Unreal, and that is why I'm doing these stuffs. Like, even though I know there's no audience, or like I don't do it for anyone. Even if this map is not getting played by anyone, and it's just enough. Like, how do I explain? It's just enough for me to play it. You know, if I play this map and I see it working in the game, it would give me that great self-confidence boost, and I think that's gonna really help me catch some eyes. I mean, it will help me find a career, probably. I'm hoping so. So let's see what this year, let's see what the future holds for me. I'm really hopeful for everything, and yeah, a little off topic here, but yeah, so thank you. And we have an update over here, and it's a little disappointing and anticlimactic. I didn't really expect this to end like this, but I cannot touch this map in the game yet. The thing just keeps crashing inside of the Unreal editor almost every time, and but as an alternative, I went ahead and created this mod page and uploaded my map there. Then inside the game, I went into the mod browser and then downloaded the map back to my PC. And there's this little trick where you can host this custom game in your PC, and through this little command, I was able to boot up my map inside the game. But then it didn't work. So now I don't know where, but I did really follow the guide very precisely. It might be just some other things that wasn't mentioned in the guide. Of course, there were several other videos. Maybe I should just watch them all and just start the game mechanics phase from scratch if it's needed. So let's see how it goes. But it's okay now. I don't know when I'm gonna work on testing this thing again, but the deadline for submitting the whole map is again on January of next year, so I don't have a lot of time left. There's also the environment design phase. It's gonna take a lot of time, like probably a lot of time than this phase, so I should have enough time for that, and it kind of makes me impossible to scrap this project for like I did several times previously. It will just compel me to proceed on to the next phase. So I'll soon work and share things over the next video updating on this project, and I'll go ahead and edit this video now. And I really wanted it to push it out today during on my birthday, so thanks to you for you have watched this thing until the end. So I'll be really glad if you have learned anything from this thing. So yeah, that is it for now, and happy birthday to me. Yay!